This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. First tonight, President Trump is receiving backlash after claiming previous administrations never called the families of slain soldiers.
One Suncoast woman who met with a former president after her son was killed while serving is also outraged at those comments. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo has more on what she has to say tonight. Dwayne?
Well, guys, not only outraged, but surprised, according to Sheila Cobb, who met privately with President Bush more than a decade ago.
It's been 13 years, and Sheila Cobb is still shedding tears for her son.
I just think about Chris every day.
Private First Class Christopher Cobb was just 19 years old when he was killed in the Iraqi war. Still grieving, Cobb says it was initially a shock when she first heard President Trump's claim that former presidents had not written or called families of fallen American troops.
It's not true. I can tell you it's not true.
Shortly after her son's death, then-President George W. Bush spoke to soldiers at MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa and met with the families of those killed in combat.
He took us in a room back there and talked to us individually.
Cobb says the president took her aside just to ask her a few questions.
He said, "Is there anything I can do for you, Mrs. Cobb?" I said, "Just find out how my son was killed in Iraq."
And although Cobb applauds Trump's efforts in contacting the families of the 4 soldiers who were killed in the ambush in Niger earlier this month, she stresses it's getting the record straight that should be a priority at this point.
He should apologize on national TV about what he said. And he doesn't forget the presidents that was in before him.
Now, Cobb went on to say that the president's comments were irresponsible and that her son Christopher, who loved the Marines, would have been extremely upset. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Dwayne. An 82-year-old woman has been found dead in her home in Bradenton. Here's what we know so far this evening. Police were called to 3rd Avenue West this morning for a medical issue, but when they arrived, they found the 82-year-old woman dead. The woman's neighbor has been taken into custody and is currently a person of interest.
Sarasota County School Board discussing the future of the district's communications needs. The school board held a workshop discussing what to do after their public relations firm was forced to resign. 360 Communications was forced to resign 2 weeks ago following allegations involving online posts to the Sarasota Herald Tribune newspaper. Today, the board agreed its next step will be to revise the job description for the Director of Communications position, which will then be put up for a vote at the school board's November 7th meeting. Once it's approved, the search for a Director of Communications will then take place. Still to be determined if the school board will once again consider contracting an outside consultant to assist with their public relations needs.
A heated debate over whether or not parking meters should be added to downtown Sarasota leads the city to now consider other options. The parking budget has been subsidized with taxpayer dollars from the general fund for the past 4 years, according to city management. And to bring in more revenue, the city is now looking to put parking meters downtown in places like Main Street. City Commissioner Hagan Brody wants that option thrown out and other options explored. And many commissioners are also expressing their disapproval of paid meters at a recent meeting.
We have a deficit situation in the parking fund that over the last 4 years is nearly $2 million.
If tax dollars go to subsidize parking in the city of Sarasota, then so be it. You know, this is a service that I believe city government should be providing to its citizens.
The city is exploring other options and will present those along with a parking meter plan to the City Commission in the future. However, no date has been set yet.
The mall at University Town Center celebrating its 3rd anniversary. The mall opened in October of 2014 and had about 100 stores and restaurants. The mall now has 130 stores and all those same restaurants since its opening. During those 3 years, about a dozen stores have left the mall.
We've seen some national brands exiting the retail market, no longer having brick and mortar storefronts. So that's really what has impacted the center. Those are the ones that we've lost here. But really, we've also seen a progression and growth with online retailers that are now introducing brick and mortar stores.
Mall officials say they've seen an increase in shoppers each year since its opening and are expecting a record 14 million shoppers by the end of this year. I've been one or two of those visits to the mall, definitely.
All right, well, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at your first alert forecast.
Lots of people will be heading to that mall too, or near it too, at the end of this month for making strides against breast cancer, where the walk will be right around Benderson Park there. We are looking at a frontal system now that is weakening. You can see this front is now located right across north central Florida. There's still some showers around, but most of that rainfall slowly coming to an end. We had a little bit of activity here, not much, more so over parts of Hillsborough and Pinellas County, just to our north. A live sweep of the radar showing some light rainfall now into the interior portion right here, into our near Wauchula and Arcadia, all this kind of drifting off basically to the east right now, and not producing a lot of heavy rainfall at this point. Now, the dew point temperature is very important in determining where a cold front is, and you can see still in the low 70s in Orlando and in Sarasota. Unfortunately, that cooler and drier air is to the north, where dew point temperatures are into the mid-50s now in Tallahassee and into Pensacola. We'll eventually get to those mid-50s, it looks like, by Tuesday of next week, when a stronger cold front will make its way through the Suncoast, and that will be we'll be fairly certain that that'll clear our area and get all the way down to the Caribbean, and that will cool us off for next week. But right now, temperature still pretty warm, 78 degrees. Dew point temperature, as I mentioned, up there. Winds out of the northeast at 12, and the pressure really not rising all that much. You can see from the water vapor imagery that the dry air is basically hanging on to the north of us. We're staying out in the warm, moist sector, and that will continue, it looks like, right through the overnight hours and throughout the day on Wednesday. Right now, temperatures upper 70s to low 80s across the region. Water temperature still warm at 83. We'll take a look at the tropics and the next cold front, let you know when it will move through, coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bob. Remember, you can stay up to date on the latest news and see alerts on traffic and breaking news instantly. If you're an iPhone or iPad user and currently have our news app, you'll want to make sure and go download the new app in the App Store and search for WWSB or My Suncoast. It's free and provides the most comprehensive news for our area. If you're an Android user, don't worry, you'll get the new version downloaded automatically.
Still to come tonight on your local news, a local employment center, not only helping residents get jobs, but reducing the area's unemployment rate at the same time.
I just need a second.
Is your weight holding you back and affecting your health?
Did you see this? Your cousin had a heart attack.
Really?
Excess weight or obesity can be serious, but you can do something about it. Visit yourweightmatters.org. Download the free toolkit to prepare you to speak with a healthcare provider. Your weight does matter. Accept the challenge and take charge today. Visit yourweightmatters.org.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
The organization CareerSource Suncoast is hosting its 7th hiring event in less than 2 months, and the move is also helping to reduce the area unemployment rate. ABC7's Bobeth Yates has more.
Well, more than 35 employers from construction to hospitality have all gathered to look for potential employees, a trend that has left Sarasota's unemployment rate among the lowest.
We are looking for full-time applicants. We are hiring up to 300 candidates through the end of the year.
Customer service company Alorica is looking to fill job openings right here on the Suncoast, and they're not alone.
We're a civil engineering construction company, so we do everything from the ground down. We have a lot of jobs and we need people to come in and apply.
Ripa and Associates was among the about 40 companies that packed the Robert L. Taylor Center with their eyes set on the Suncoast workforce. The job fair was just one of several mass hiring opportunities in recent weeks that is helping to drive the local 3.9% unemployment rate, a figure that is just below the current national unemployment rate of 4.2%.
As a region, we are continuing to see job numbers grow. The demand is there, and our region actually has the fastest growing rate for hospitality and leisure.
CareerSource Suncoast has been tracking the area's unemployment numbers, and officials say not only are they seeing people get hired in the hospitality industry, but manufacturing, construction, and local government.
As it pertains to government positions, there is a huge growth rate. Manatee County government, they're going to have over a third of their workforce retiring over the next 3 to 5 years. So they're really looking to build up their workforce.
And the variety of employment options has job seekers like Claudia Clary, who is looking for something in the health and wellness industry, excited.
This is huge for someone like me. I really like the idea of getting in front of all the people who are looking for employees.
In addition to the positions being offered at the job fair, officials say Amazon could soon be opening a facility in Rabonia, which would add to the options for those looking for employment. Bobeth Yates, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Bobeth, thanks so much. Bob Harrigan's up next with your first alert weather forecast and some news of some cooler weather coming our way.
Looking forward to it. Yeah. We'll be right back.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
If anyone depends on you, listen to this important message. 3 out of 4 Americans know they need life insurance, and many who have it know they don't have enough. Sound like you? How would your family get by without you? Would they lose their home or their dreams of a good education? They don't have to. You can guarantee those you love $200,000, $500,000, $750,000 or more with life insurance through AIG Direct. We're part of AIG, one of the world's largest insurance organizations, and we'll help you get more for your money, up to 70% more. Just look.
Less than $14 a month buys a 40-year-old man a $250,000 term life policy.
That's up to 3 times what you can get from other companies for the same price. No wonder millions of people worldwide rely on AIG companies. The call is free, the quote is free, and there's no obligation. Get the protection your family needs through AIG Direct, a leader in insurance.
For a free quote, call 1-800-620-6355. That's 1-800-620-6355.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Bob took the day off yesterday to play a little golf for a good cause.
Yeah, for a good cause. Working all the time. You know, you always got to be working a little bit. I also got to see my daughter do some gymnastics.
There you go.
Wow. To see, so we were able to watch that last night as well. But we had a great tournament yesterday, albeit hot, and we did okay. We were the hot team there. Lakewood Ranch Golf and Country Club. We have Nate standing up right there, right next to me, and then to the right with the purple shirt, his father. That was Steve Ditchfield. And they're known as the big singers around town, too, during the holidays especially. And then Steve Campbell sitting down there. Our group shot a 50. There it is, a 50. That's with a 5 handicap. So we actually shot a 17 under. And then 5 off that takes us down to 50. And again, the winning team shot a 47, unfortunately. We were close. But look at that. They were all winners there for the Law Enforcement Officers Relief Fund. And there were over 120 participants from all over the country really playing. It was a great tournament at Lakewood Ranch Golf and Country Club. And they had all the holes there in pink. For Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and all the flags as well were pink. Really appreciate them. They hosted a great tournament out there. It was one of the hottest October days I can remember, though. It was very warm. Casey Key webcam showing a lot of clouds around, keeping things a bit cooler today, but we're not looking at a real cold spell here with this front. This front is now stationary, and it will continue to weaken right over the top of us. The warmer air will stay in our sector, and the cooler, drier air will stay to our north. We may be a degree or two cooler tomorrow morning, but not much. We'll still be above average, I think, throughout most of this week. Heavy rain into Hillsborough County near Tampa and also to the north of there. 2 inches up near MacDill Air Force Base. 78 currently. We have some clouds around. The dew point temperature at 72. Winds out of the northeast at 12. The pressure 29.99 inches. And the high today was a couple degrees below the average of 85 because of the cloud cover, and 73 though above average low, and we're going to see temperatures in the low 70s to start the day off tomorrow. Normally our low is 67. That's nice. We won't see that for a while until I think Tuesday next week. No rainfall officially at the airport. We've had a little bit of rainfall around at times, 1.67 inches below average for the month, but well above it for the year. The forecast looks like this for tomorrow. We'll see partly cloudy skies, and that front still kind of waffling around. And the rain chance very small tomorrow, only at 20%. High temperatures, though, will be warm again, above normal. The high temperature into the upper 80s. We're looking at 87 for a high at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. You'll see that in Futurecast, that a lot of this rain that we see around now kind of fades away. Tomorrow we'll have partly cloudy skies, a chance for a brief shower. Same on Thursday, maybe a little bit more sunshine. Temperatures near 90 degrees on Thursday. Now the tropical tracker, nothing to show right now. Some good news on that front. The National Hurricane Center not looking at anything significantly developing right now. We've got to keep an eye on these fronts that move down this time of year. This one, not so much. The next one that moves down early next week, there's a chance we could see something pop up with it. And as far as Ophelia goes, it really caused havoc across Ireland and Scotland today, as well as into London. Now, water temperatures are still very warm down here, mid to upper 80s. And that front, the next one that moves through on Monday and Tuesday, will bring a chance for some we'll see what happens. Tropical development down in the Western Caribbean. Advisory in effect until 10 a.m. tomorrow. Winds out of the northeast, pretty brisk at 20 knots, subsiding to 15 in the afternoon. Seas running 2 to 4 feet, and the water temperature now at 83 degrees. UV index at an 8 tomorrow, with a few clouds around from that front kind of fading away. Low tide upcoming 6:36 and a high at 12:02. Another low tide at 6:59. Sunset just before 7 o'clock. A few showers still possible, not much, mostly cloudy, breezy. 72 for your low, that's above average. Tomorrow, 88 for a high, inland areas, upper 80s across the beaches too. It will be a bit breezy, northeast winds 10 to 15. The extended forecast calling for a slight chance for showers right through Saturday, and then the front starts to move in late Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, and we'll get in some cooler weather next week, especially as that front sweeps on through. Back to you.
Can't wait for that. Thank you, Bob. Florida's insurance commissioner says homeowners' policies could face some upward pressure. Commissioner David Altmaier says he has not seen any indications insurers are unable to meet claims from Hurricane Irma. But he said with Irma, Hurricane Harvey, Maria, and wildfires in California, there may be a trickle-down effect from companies that provide backup insurance to insurers. Altmaier's office decided against extending a temporary freeze on insurance policy cancellations and non-renewals on Sunday.
Coming up, we'll tell you what happens to each performer in the Sarasota Opera before they step on this stage.
This week, passing a budget, tax reform. Will the GOP come together to get it done? Plus, NFL owners and the Players Union meet. Will the league take action over the national anthem protests? World News Tonight with David Mueller, America's most watched newscast.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-620-2254. That's 1-800-620-2254.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we'll meet this year's Can Dance contestants, plus Urbanite Theater's latest production and Suncoast chefs' favorite cookbooks.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Mark Zupan, part of the U.S. Paralympic rugby team. In my game, movement is everything. I get frustrated when my move is blocked, especially when that guy has no right to be there, even just for a minute. I love a challenge, but I don't like to play this game every day.
A message from the United Spinal Association.
It's time again to meet another amazing Suncoast woman.
That's right. Linda Carson has her story.
For many years, Ruth Clark and her husband Frank were circus superstars. Ruth is now a very important person with the Sarasota Opera, but you'll never see her on stage. She's been head of wardrobe for almost 20 years.
I maintain, or am in charge of maintaining, all the wardrobe for each opera. We also, my crew and I change all the dressing rooms, 3 floors of dressing rooms, sometimes more than that. For each opera.
She's in charge of all the clothes, shoes, jewelry, hats, everything for each performer for every opera. They also get the performers into their costumes.
I have a basic crew of 6, 2 dressers on each floor, and my assistant and I are in charge of the principals on the first floor.
They have a lot of quick changes that are choreographed and rehearsed.
We had a quick change last year in Carmelites with Miss Lopez, who's coming back this year. That was like a minute and 20 seconds, and we changed her from a town lady into a nun.
Ruth is a third-generation circus performer following her parents' and grandparents' footsteps.
Gymnastics, hand balancing was what my family did.
Ruth was an aerialist, and she married fellow performer Frank Clark while hanging beneath an airplane.
My husband and I did an aerial act for many years, and I designed and made my own wardrobe.
They traveled the globe, performing many different acts and wintering in Sarasota, and they met people with the opera.
I got a call one day from someone who said they need help in the costume shop. Someone had to leave for some reason. Can you come down and help them out?
And she did.
I thought, well, I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, I'll give it a shot.
A year or so later, she was named head of wardrobe, and her husband was property master for the opera for 12 years. And her life lesson?
I'm one that doesn't give up easily.
She says it's up to each of us to choose happiness.
We have an ability to be happy in almost any situation.
And a little career advice.
Pursue what you would like to do, and life is short. You might as well be doing what you like to do.
And when the Sarasota opera season starts in November, you can be sure that before each performer steps onto the stage, Ruthie Clark will be in the wings, making sure every detail of their costume is perfect. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Pretty neat.
And doing it quickly, too. I mean, that, a minute and 20 seconds it did?
Yeah, do what you like to do. I like that,
I do too.
line.
Yeah. Thanks so much for joining us.
World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We'll see you back.